Yes, people, a very, very happy to all of you. So, guys, we're doing this chapter called as accounting process. In the last class, we have completed a discussion on unit 1, which was the concept of journal, right? So, last class in particular, what we discussed, can you recollect? We had a discussion on what is the difference between accrual basis of accounting and cash basis of accounting. Correct? We saw this. Wonderful. Then what did we see? We saw the 4 important concept which is based out of accrual concept. The concept of outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, accrued income, unearned income. These 4 concepts we saw. Okay. Then what did we saw? We saw one more thing. In reversal of purchases, we saw the case of loss of stock by fire or theft, whatever it is. If the insurance is there, then what to do? If insurance is not there, then what to do? That part is clear. And we saw some questions based on that from the ICA module also. Correct? Wonderful. Now we are going or heading forward to the next unit called as ledger. So let's brush up through the accounting process. Remember this, accounting is a systematic process. We started our discussion in the very first class. Let's go through that one more time. Accounting is what, sir? Accounting is a process. Which process? Systematic process of what? First step is identifying a business financial transaction or business financial event. Once you identify a business financial transaction based on the evidences or the source document, you will next, what will you do? Measure in terms of money. Means what? You will attach a monetary value to it. And the unit of measurement should have the common denomination, which is INR. Thereafter, you will start the process of accounting by recording either in the journal book or in the subsidiary book. Recording in the journal book is called as book of original entry. Also, it is called as book of primary entry. Primarily, that is firstly, this is where the recording takes place. That is what is also called as book of primary entry. Or you can record through subsidiary book, which we have not discussed yet. Subsidiary book is called as books of original entry. We have multiple books there. Okay. Now, the steps involved in recording is basically, you have to identify the accounts involved in the BFT. So in the first step, you identify the BFT. Once you identify the BFT, in that BFT, which accounts are getting affected, you have to identify. How many accounts are possible in that? Minimum 2, or it could be more. Whatever accounts are coming, 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, I'm not bothered. Whatever are coming, all the accounts put together will be giving rise to 2 aspects. One will be debit aspect, second is credit aspect. At the end of the day, both the aspects total should be same. That is called as recording the accounts or maintaining the accounts under double entry system of accounting. So once you identify the accounts involved, you have to classify what nature they are. Now, how will you classify the nature? Either using golden rule or as per the modern rule, you classify the nature. Once you classify the nature as per the respective rule, you will be now in position to decide which account should be debited and which account should be credited. And all the transactions that you're recording, ensure that you have a supporting evidences. Okay. The problem with the journal is that it does not facilitate totaling. So it is like journal is like a bucket which has got all the different colored ball in it. I think I discussed this point with all of you, correct? It's got all the different colored ball in it. So if I want to know the total of red ball in this, the journal does not help me to get the total of the red balls. So next, forcefully, the next step is what? I have to classify them bucket wise, category wise. So now I have to open one account called as red account. I have to open one account called as green account. One I have to open account called as black account. Why? So that I can put the red balls into the red one. I can put the green balls into the green one. I can put the black balls into the black one. This process is called as classification. So all the accounts which is of the similar account or coming under the same account should be classified separately. So this process of shifting the ball from this total bucket to individual respective colored bucket, it is called as posting. It is called as technically posting, right? So ledger does that job for us. This format of the journal what we prepared, this does not help me in cash account debit to capital account. Here, multiple transactions keep on recording in a chronological order. This does not give me an idea that how much is my total purchase for the year. How much is the total sales for the year? How much is the total salary paid for the year? How much is the total cash inflow, outflow? Nothing. I get the information from the journal. Hence, I have to retransfer. Technically called as posted. So we have to retransfer or post all the transaction again to a place called as ledger, and the ledgers are T-shaped format. Ledgers are prepared in T-shaped format. Sir, instead of T-shaped format, could this have been some other format also? Possibly yes. We can prepare in any format, but Long ago, very long ago. Those people who created this format and structure of accounting, they told that ledger should be created in T-shaped format. And we are just copy pasting the same work as of now. We are adopting the same procedure now. We're not undergoing any change into it. But can we do this in a different way? We can do it. But we are not deviating from the process that we already agreed. Hence, since beginning till now, we agreed that ledger is going to be in T-shaped format. Ledger is going to be in T-shaped format. Okay. Now, the ledger what you prepare, which is T-shaped format, the left hand side of the ledger is debit side. The right hand side of the ledger is called as credit side. And the center line is like your equal to. Okay, both the sides total should match. That is the target. If it does not match automatically, then you have to artificially balance it or match it by getting a balance carried down. Now, what that is, we'll discuss. So, one more time, sir. This ledger, what we are opening, is in what format? T-shaped format. The left hand side of the ledger is called as debit side of the ledger. Right hand side is called as the credit side of the ledger. The center line is like your equal to. You have to record the transaction on the other side. If I'm recording the transaction on the debit side, I say the account is debited by so and so amount. Debited. If I record anything on the debit side, I say this particular amount is recorded in the debit side of so and so account. So I've debited so and so amount in the so and so account. If I record any item on the credit side, if I record any item on the credit side of the ledger, I say that particular account is credited by so and so amount. Okay. Now, once you start posting the transaction on both the sides, what will happen? One option is that you are recording 100 rupees here, 100 rupees here, and 200 here. Both the sides total are same. Both sides totals are same. We say this ledger is automatically balanced, which means this ledger does not have any closing balance left. Automatically, the ledger is balanced, which means the ledger is closed. This is one option. Second option, this ledger may have balance on one side. So I'm recording on that is 200 rupees on the credit side. I say this 200 rupees is credited to the particular account. Now this ledger, is it automatically balancing? No. In that case, you have to artificially balance. So this ledger is like Pushpa Bhav, like this. All of you. One side it is tilted because amount is recorded here. So how do you make it straight? Sir, balance carry down. How do you get balance carry down? Now you have to do total on both sides. Let's say here 50 it is. You have to do total of both the sides. Which side total is highest? Here. Credit side total is highest. That will become the total of both the sides. Here if the total is 200, with 50, what I should add that the total becomes 200? 150. This is how you balance it. So this is called as to balance carry down. Can this happen ulta also, opposite side also? The answer is yes. Now, this is a ledger where I've opened a cash account. Cash to capital 100. What do you understand by this cash to capital? 100 rupees is cash contributed in form of capital. What is the journal entry? Cash account debit to capital. So in cash account to capital 100. To cash sales 250. So how much is the total collection? No, 350. 350 is the total collection. From 350, 150 is gone. 150 towards the cash purchase. 150 gone means how much is the balance? 200 is the balance. 200 is the balance. Do you agree with me? So this is called as balance carried down. Was this ledger automatically balancing or did you artificially balance it? So we artificially balanced it. So we got balance carried down on the credit side. And the balance brought down will come always on the opposite side. Balance brought down will always come on the opposite side. Now, this is called as to balance brought down. This is called as to balance brought down. Carry down means what? I'm carrying forward this balance to next period. So I'm carrying it forward. I'm carrying it down. So year wise this is. So previous year, next year, I'm carrying down. In the next year, I brought forward this from the previous year. So I brought down from the previous year. This is how this word BD has come into picture. To balance brought down. To balance brought down 200 on the debit side means this particular ledger is having what balance? This ledger is having debit balance. So I've given a note here. If any ledger account has the balance brought down, I didn't use the word carry down. I used the word brought down. If that ledger is having a balance brought down on the debit side, it is said to have a debit balance. So that particular ledger is having what balance? That particular ledger is having debit balance. So cash is now what balance? Debit balance. Cash is what? Asset. Asset is what balance? Debit balance. That is how in modern rule we agreed, no? Assets have debit balance. Why they have debit balance? Because ultimately their balance brought down comes on the debit side. Correct? Next is capital. Buy cash 100 rupees. No transaction on the debit side. So this is artificially balancing, or we have to, sorry, this is naturally balancing or should be artificially balanced? Artificially balanced. How? By inserting two balance carried on. Okay. Balance carried on is coming on which side? Debit side. Brought on opposite side, which is credit side. So by balance brought on 100 on the credit side. Now, once you have the balance brought on the credit side, this particular ledger is said to have a credit balance. If any ledger account has the balance brought down on the credit side, it is said to have a credit balance. That is why capital liability always have what balance? Credit balance. So asset and liability capital are opposite to each other. If asset is debit balance, liability is credit balance. Any problem in this? Now, what is ledger? Meaning, so transactions that are recorded in journal, or in subsidiary book are required to be posted to relevant accounts in the ledger for the purpose of classification, for the purpose of totaling. Okay. All the accounts put together make ledger. So I don't call cash as a ledger. Cash is account. So multiple accounts put together, cash account, bank account, capital account, all of them put together, that entire activity is called as ledger. So all the accounts put together, all the T-shaped accounts put together are called as ledger. Ledger is called as principal book of accounts. So journal also said the same thing. Did you say the same thing? It is primary. This is principal. Don't get confused with P. That is primary, because what is primary? Primary, secondary means what? Primary is first, secondary is later. So journal is the first place where the recording begins. That is where the word is primary. Now, why this is called principal? Because the detailed information, more sensible information, I get from where? Ledger. If I want to know the total of the cash ledger, I get to know from ledger. If I want to understand how much money is coming in, from which all sources money is coming in, to which all sources the money is going out, a bit more information than the journal is being given through ledger. That is why we feel this is more principal in terms of performance compared to journal. This gives me more in-depth information compared to journal. Hence, we categorize them as principal book of accounts. Any problem? Now they'll give you a true and false question. Journal is called as principal books of accounts. True or false? False. Journal is called as primary book entry. This primary book of accounts. This is principal book. If you don't believe me, we have a question based on this. All of you know we have true and false in our syllabus. First question. A ledger is also known as principal books of accounts. True or false? True. True and false? And the answer is true. Look at the answer. True. 1 mark for this. Explanation, 1 more mark. Since it classifies all the amounts related to a particular account, and then it is used as the base for preparing trial balance. Hence, the ledger is also known as principal book of accounts. Okay. Now, if you come back and see the theory, they have given it here. Ledger is known as principal book of accounts. The problem is we don't focus on this part. What do we do? Some diagram is given, right, to see this. We'll go here. So that important part was there in that we missed. So what happened? Gone. Some places you are lucky that they might repeat it here. If they're repeating here, well and good. Otherwise, gone. So my suggestion is always, whenever any diagram chart is given, always have a go through that. Not just that, at the end of every chapter, at the end of every unit, not chapter, at the end of every unit, they'll have a summary table at the end. Always go through a summary. Sometimes we have observed that there is some point which is newly given in the summary, which is not there in the main theory. Summary means what? It is the important points of the main theory. Sometimes we have observed that in few theory places, the summary consists of new point. So when you are targeting 90 and above, you cannot leave any theory at all. Every theory is important, not just from true and false point of view. You also have direct theory questions. And chapter 2 has got a good amount of weightage from the theory point of view. Am I loud and clear? Okay. Ledger is also called as book of final entry, because this is where the final entry is done. Original entry is done where? In the journal. After that, one more time we are entering the same data where? In the ledger. After that, do you do any entry in the trial balance? No. Trial balance is the result of ledger balance. We are not doing any entry level work there. If I am recording a transaction, cash account debit to capital. So cash account debit to capital, journal is the first time you record. Same thing. Again, we are reposting where? In the cash account and capital account. So we're reworking again in the ledger. So like that double work, do you again do in trial balance? No. Will you do this in the financial statement? No. So journal and ledger are the only two places where the entry is being done. The entry has been done only in these two places. So journal is the primary entry and ledger is the final entry. Am I clear this point? So ledger is also called as book of final entry since all the transactions recorded in journal are one last time posted to ledger. Once the ledger is prepared, the balance of that gets carried forwarded to where? Trial balance. From that, the balance goes to your trading P&L and balance sheet. Am I loud and clear with this point? No energy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Online people, am I loud and clear with this point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to take one question now, work out a simple one to make you understand how to do the posting, especially when the journal entry comes with compound part. Then how the entry is posted in the compound journal entry, that we'll discuss. Then we'll go with one complicated question which is given in your textbook. You find I went little fast in ledger now, or it's okay? Little bit fast? I knew it. So why I made you do this, because you have to understand that in foundation level, it is very difficult if I go very slow, as I went in the previous 3-4 classes. So whenever the topic that I'm going to take, probably what I'll do is from next class onwards, or from today itself, I tell you what is the next topic that I'm going to take. I want you to revise once from your end and come, so that you can match with my pace. Those who are watching my 11 classes, you should not have a problem, because you're watching the video that in that everything is said in a very subtle manner, slowly, gradually it is done. Here, going in that slow manner could be challenging. But in case if you find anywhere I'm going fast, you can feel free to just stop me then and there and tell me, sir, this part we didn't understand. So can you explain one more time? I'll do it, not a problem. So which part is bothering you, Kana? Anything specifically? Just this pace was fast. Okay. I just wanted to give this demo also. Now, Mr. X, a trader of chocolates. Mr. X is a trader of chocolates. He has encountered the following transaction. Journalize the following transaction, post them to ledger, and prepare the trial balance. Can we do it? So 5th August, all these transactions are taking place. First is Mr. X started business with cash. Please tell me, what is the journal entry? Take it fast. Let's do it. Date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. Fifth August. Mr. X started business with cash. Entry, please. Cash account, debit to capital. Okay. Amount is
5 lakh.
5 lakh. 5 lakh. Narration will manage. Okay. Yes. If you write 2 excess capital also, it's right. Or if you write capital also, it's fine. If you write capital is understood, it is obviously excess business, single owner, so it is excess capital. But if you want to specifically write excess capital, nothing wrong. Both are allowed, both are accepted. Now, purchase goods for cash 1 lakh rupees. Purchased goods for cash 1 lakh rupees. Purchase account debtor, no? Debtor, no? Debit. Purchase account debit to cash. How much? 1 lakh rupees. All of you have become pro in journal or still struggling? Pro in journal entries? Okay. 5th August, sold goods for cash 1,50,000. Cash to sales. Cash account debit to sales. How much? 150, 150. I'll ask you one question. In no second, you have to answer me. No second. Means less than 1 second. What is the cash balance? Debit balance name. Balance cash. Are you able to instantly tell me? You're taking time to calculate. And you are able to do it because there are only 3 transactions. Now, this is the transaction 5th August. By now, 3 transactions recorded in a business, in a day, in a month, in a year. How many cash transactions? If your boss is coming and asking, tell me what is the cash balance in hand, only on the basis of journal, will you be able to tell him? Now, do you understand the importance of ledger? Now, if I have ledger in hand, if I prepare the ledger on day-to-day basis, instantly I can tell, looking at the ledger, this is the balance. That is the beauty of ledger. Journal does not facilitate in totaling. Hence, for totaling purpose, we again post all the transaction one more time to a place called as ledger. Again, purchase goods for cash, 2 lakh rupees. Purchase account, debit to cash. How much? 2 lakh rupees. Wonderful. Sold goods for cash again, 2,50,000 rupees. Entry. Cash account debit to sales. 250, 250. Then Mr. X contributed further capital. He gave further capital. Cash 50,000, check 150. Sir, out of question, sir. We don't know how to do this, sir. Check is given, no, boss. How bank will come? So check where will you put, sir, for clearing? Bank only, no, sir. What, sir? Okay. Cash account debit. Bank account debit to what? Capital or excess capital. Anything is fine. How much is the amount? 50,000. Then 1,50,000. So total 250, sir. No, everybody is okay. Everybody is okay with 250. I'll put 250. What is the total? 2 lakh. Loudly tell. Over. How many? No, journal is over. Accounting is a systematic process of identifying business financial transaction over, measuring in terms of money over, recording over. Now what? Classifying through ledger. So ledger is what shape format? T-shaped format. Now how many ledger accounts? Sorry, how many accounts in ledger I should open? One now. Five. Okay.
Five.
One is cash. Second is capital. Third is purchase. Fourth is sales. Then bank is 5. Rest all is repeating. Rest all is repeating. So 5 ledger accounts have to open. Any problem in this? Let's open. First ledger I'll do neatly and with format. Only one ledger, okay? Otherwise, I'm a very lazy goose. Like that you will think. But I don't do the format because I'm saving time. DR. Then first is cash account. Then CR. Sir, can I write cash account and forget DR, CR? No problem. You can forget it. Teacher will also forget putting the marks. Okay. Next. Date. Next. Particulars. Then JF column will come, which I hate, but you have to write it. I will not write it. Amount in rupees. Date. Particulars. Amount in rupees. Any problem? Next ledger that I'm opening is capital ledger. Capital account. Debit, credit. You see the laziness. First time particulars properly written. Second time particulars become my signature. In next ledger, particulars it will vanish. Huh? Time saving, correct. You got it. Then, what is next? Purchase account. Okay. Can you see the difference now? Can you feel the difference? Sir, one line itself you ate away, sir. Then next. Sale, huh? Sale account, debit, credit. Then bank account. Okay. When I said I'm a lazy goose, you didn't believe me. Bank account, debit, and credit. I'm ready. In cash account, tell me the posting. 2 excess capital. Wonderful, wonderful. My question to all of you. 2 excess capital, you said, right? Amount column, what will you record? 5 lakh. Understood. My question is, which 5 lakh is getting traveled to your cash account? Debit part or credit part? Is this 5 lakh going to cash account or is this 5 lakh going to cash account? You're in 2x capital. Debit only? No, that you be firm in your answer. Debit, 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 debit. All debit. Anybody saying credit? Anybody saying credit? No. Online people, all of you say debit only, no? Bharani, Bharat,
Yes,
Kumar,
sir.
Niyasha, Darshini, Srinanda, Gautam, Hema, Riya, Ishaswini. All of you say debit only?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, please understand how the ledger posting works. Sir, I have to record 5 lakh rupees. I have to record 5 lakh rupees. Where? Sir, debit side. Debit side of which account? Cash account. So go to cash account. Which side? Debit side. In amount column, how much? 5 lakh. Now, in the description column, if I write cash, will it make any sense? In cash account, if I record cash, I am not getting any further information. No? I'm not getting any further information. So always we record the description of the opposite party. Always the description of the opposite party. For this 5 lakh, who's the opposite party? Opposite means debit ka opposite credit. Credit ka opposite debit. Now 5 lakh is in debit, which I recorded in the ledger. Who's the opposite of debit 5 lakh here? 2 excess capital. So 2 excess capital. So 5th of August, 2 excess capital, 5 lakh rupees. Any problem in this? Online people, any problem in this?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Debit represents what? Increase in the asset balance as per modern rule. As per golden rule, debit what? Comes in. Credit what? Goes out. As per modern rule, cash is asset. To increase asset balance, debit. To decrease asset balance, credit. So 5 lakh rupees which has come inside the business, it is going to increase my cash balance. The money which is coming inside will increase my cash balance. So what I should do to increase it? As per the rule, we have to give a debit to it. Because debit here represents plus. Credit represents minus. Any problem here? No problem. Now, I am recording the next 5 lakh. This 5 lakh rupees I have to record. Which side? Sir, credit side. Or which account? Excess capital account. So now I am going to excess capital account. Which side I should record? Credit side. What amount? 5 lakh. Now, please tell me which 5 lakh I have recorded here. The credit part of the 5 lakh I have recorded. Who's the opposite partner for this? Cash. And we will record as by cash. By cash. Any difficulty in posting? Any difficulty in posting? Okay.
No, sir.
See, when I ask the question, no. What will I understand? God has given nice mouth to open an answer. From sitting there, what will I know from there? Okay. Posting for the first journal entry done. Can I go to second one? Now, 1 lakh rupees I should record, sir. 1 lakh rupees I should record. Where? Sir, debit side. Debit side of which account, sir? Purchase account. So whatever amount is lying to the account, opposite side, or against this account, whatever amount is lying opposite to it, that amount will go to that account only, always. So purchase account debit 1 lakh means that 1 lakh only should go to purchase account. Am I clear? Description only is opposite description. So now go to purchase account. Which side? Debit side. Debit side, in the amount column, what I should record? What is the amount? 1 lakh rupees. Who's the opposite party? To cash. So 5th of August, to cash. So with this, what do we understand? Okay, during the year, purchase has been increased. There's increase in purchase and the payment is done through cash. So this is a cash purchase. So when I read this ledger, I'm able to get some meaningful information. When I read the ledger, I get some meaningful information. Similarly, if I read this capital account, on the capital account, on the credit side, I've recorded it. Capital account is what balance? Credit balance. To increase capital, credit. To add capital, credit. To decrease capital, debit. So here, 5 lakh rupees on the credit side means capital is increasing. Now this capital is coming in what form? Cash form. So looking at the ledger, I'm able to draw some interpretation. Hence, it is more convenient to understand the ledger than reading the journal. Even journal, when you read the individual transaction, understandable. But cumulatively, on the whole, if I have to read, journal does not give me that information, which ledger gives me. Next, sir, I have to record 1 lakh rupees. Where? Credit side of cash account. Credit side of cash account. So go to cash account. Which side? Credit side. How much amount I should record on the credit side? 1 lakh rupees. Who's the opposite party? Purchase. So buy, purchase. Buy, purchase. So 5 lakh rupees, what you got from your owner. In that 1 lakh, you used it for purchase of the goods. Remaining how much money in hand? 4 lakh rupees. Any difficulty in posting? No difficulty. Next one. 1,50,000 I should record. Where? Which side? Debit side. Or which account? Cash account. So go to cash account. Which side? Debit side. How much I should record? 1,50,000. Who's the opposite partner? 2 sales. So I'm able to understand that. Acha, 1,50,000 rupees money is come inside the business. It is come inside the business. Debit what comes in? And why it is come inside? Because I did a sale. So I'm able to draw some meaningful information out of this. Similarly, now I should go to which account? Sir, I should go to sale account. Record 150. Where? Credit side. Which account? Sale account. So go to sale account. Which side? Credit side. What amount? 1,50,000. Who's opposite partner? Buy cash. Any difficulty in posting? Loudly.
No, sir.
Online people, any difficulty in posting?
No, sir.
Wonderful.
No, sir.
Now, 2 lakh rupees I have to record. Where? Say debit side. Of which account? Purchase account. So go to purchase account, debit side, record 2 lakh. The debit side, 2 lakh. Who's the opposite partner? 2 cash. Sir, in purchase account will always 2 cash only come. No, even I can do credit purchase. Any transaction can come in this. No, I can reverse the purchase in the purchase account itself. So anything can come. So don't buy heart that always 2 cash will come on debit side. Read the transaction, understand the entry, accordingly pass the entry. Next, sir, 2 lakh rupees, sir. Where I should record? Credit side. If 2 lakh is recorded in debit, another 2 lakh should go where? Credit. We are following double entry system of accounting, where every transaction has got twofold impact or twofold aspect. In that, one aspect will be debit aspect, and there should be the opposite one, which is credit. So if one amount is going to debit, another should go in credit. That is how my trial balance will tally, or it will not tally. So record 2 lakh on the credit side of which account? Cash account. So go to cash account, credit side, record 2 lakh. And what is the description of the opposite side? Sorry, I recorded on the debit side. No, this is debit side. 2 lakh on the debit side, 2 sales. This sales or purchase? Oh, purchase. Aap correct only wrote. Okay, let it be. I'll make it 250 here later. Smart fellow. 5 August, buy purchase 2 lakh rupees. Okay. Purchase account, cash account, both done. Okay. Now, I should record 2,50,000. Where? Which side? Debit side. In which account? Cash account. Go to cash account. Go to cash account. Record 250. See the magic. 250. Who's the opposite party? 2 sales. 2 sales. Then, sir, record 250. Which account now? Sale account. Which side? Credit side. So go to sale account, credit side. Buy cash. Amount, please. 2,50,000. So far, the transaction that we did. Was all simple journal entry. Now we have compound journal entry. People normally don't have any problem with the posting in the simple entry. But people have significant problem in the posting of the compound entry. Now think and tell me. In the excess capital account, I will record buy cash and buy bank. Do you agree with me? How much will record? 50,000 and 150. Correct? In excess capital account, you record buy cash, buy bank, 50,000 and 150. Think and tell me, this 50 and this 150, totally 2 lakh, is debit part of the journal entry or is it the credit part of the journal entry?
Credit.
No, silent ending.
Part of
Repeat.
the
Okay, one more
journal.
time. I'm telling in excess capital account, I'm recording buy cash and buy bank, 50,000 and 150. This 50 and 150 is coming either from the debit part of the journal entry or the credit part. Correct? No. So my question is this debit part of the journal entry or this is the credit part of the journal entry? Credit. Credit. One more time. Excess capital. I have a lot of patience. You don't have to worry. Unlike your school teachers, you ask 10 times your salaries. Excess capital. In excess capital account, you record buy cash and buy bank. 50 and 150 you'll record. Now this is coming from where? Journal. Journal at debit level amount, credit level amount. Now, is this 50,000, 150 coming from the debit part of the journal entry or the credit part of the journal entry? One more time. Illana inky pinky ponky. Like what they said. Okay. Credit. No, if you want, you can change also. This inky pinky ponky also you can do. No idea. Okay. Credit. 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 Somebody said debit, no? Debit. Okay. Credit. 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 You're telling credit 2 lakh is there, 150, 50, 150 is there. I don't know what people are thinking. Anyways. Credit. 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 All credit. Okay. Online people, what do you say? 50 and 150 is debit part of the journal entry or the credit part of the journal entry?
Credit, sir.
Credit.
Abhinaya, what happened to you, Gana? All those who said credit. That is the right answer. Listen to me very carefully. What did I say? Whenever you're posting, in whichever account you're posting, whatever the amount is there opposite to this, you have to post. The problem with the compound entry is that if I go to excess capital account, on the credit side, if I post 2 lakh rupees, I'm not able to split how much is cash and how much is bank. Correct? Because that is showed separately. So always I told you that whenever you're posting compound entry, especially where the compound amount is there, this is single amount. This is single amount. This is compounded amount. Compounded means what? The amount is added. Wherever you find the compounded amount, that amount you have to break into that many parts. As many parts it is there on the opposite side. This 2 lakh is on the credit side, compounded. Can you please tell me on the opposite side, means debit side, how many parts are there? How many parts are there? 2 parts are there. So this 2 lakh rupees also, I have to split into how many parts now? 2 part I will split. One will be 50, and there should be same 150. Split into 2 parts, amount also same. Now how do you do the posting? I'll tell you. Record 50,000. Record 50,000. Where? Credit side of capital account. And tell me, who's the exact opposite partner of this 50,000? Cash. So go to excess capital account. Go to excess capital account. Record on the credit side how much? 50,000. Who's the opposite partner of this exact 50,000? Buy cash. Any problem? Don't do it. I'll give time to do it. Just observe. Next. 1,50,000 is in the credit. So where should I record this? The credit side of which account? Again, excess capital account left record. And who's the exact opposite partner for this? Bank. So buy bank 150. So go to credit side. Go to credit side. Record 150. And who's opposite party? Buy bank. Any problem? Any problem? So now the posting that you have done is the credit part of the journal entry, which I split into 2 parts and I did the posting. In exam, are you supposed to split this and show it? This splitting you'll do, but not on the paper. You'll do it in the mind. So that requires practice. Now tell me any problem in this. So which part of the journal entry I've posted? Which part of the journal entry I've posted? Sir, credit part of the journal entry posted. Which part I haven't posted yet? Debit part I have not posted. So now let's go to debit side. In debit side, I've recorded 50,000. 50,000 to be recorded in the debit side of which account? Cash account. So go to cash account. Which side? Debit side. And record what? 50,000. So go to cash account. Which side? Debit side. And record 50,000. And please tell me, who's the opposite partner of this debit? 2 excess capital. 2 excess capital. So now this 50,000 what you've recorded is the debit part of the journal entry. Kana, you got it now? 5th August. Now, 1,50,000 rupees I should record. Where? In the debit side. Of which account? Bank account. In other words, in bank account, I have to record how much amount? 150. On which side? Debit side. So where should I go now? Bank. Which side? Debit side. Amount? 150. Description? 2 excess capital. Any problem? So now whenever the compound entry is coming, accordingly you'll plan. Let's suppose this 2 lakh rupees has got opposite 3 party. So you'll break that 2 lakh into how many parts? 3 parts. Opposite side 4 party. Break into 4 part and then do the posting. Any difficulty? No problem. Wonderful. Now can I say the posting is over? The first step of the ledger process or classification process is posting. So can I say the posting is over? Yes. After posting, what is step 2? Balancing. In ledger, balancing is not done. Now you will go and check the cash account whether this ledger is standing in what position. Whether it is standing as per Pushpa Bhav style or is it as a normal human being. Means what? Like this. Please tell me, how is cash looking like? Pushpa Bhav? Okay. Which side Pushpa Bhav is tilted? Debit side is very heavy. Correct, no? Like this is standing. Okay. What is the total? 9,50,000. 9,50,000 is the total money that came inside the business in form of cash. Do you agree with me? Debit what comes in? In the entire year, 9,50,000 cash has come inside. From which all sources? From capital 5 lakh. From sale 150. From one more sale 250. Again capital 5 lakh. Like that, from the owner and the customer, total 950 I got in the business. What did I do in that? I spent 3 lakh rupees towards purchases. We spent 3 lakh rupees towards purchases. From 950, if I minus 3 lakh, what is the balance cash in hand? 6,50,000. 6,50,000. I'll record this here. You know why this ledger or this process called as balancing? Have you seen that balance in school? I don't know. You guys are CBSE people. I don't know. So when we used to study matriculation school, I don't know which standard exactly. They have that weighing machine. No? They all made us do weighing machine. We did the weighing machine. How? No? Using coconut. Coconut will cut into 2 half. 3 strings attached. Scale. 3 strings. Coconut. Balancing. So if one side, if I keep it, that will go down. The other part will go up. To make it equal, what I should do? Same weight should be there on the opposite side. So the same weight on both the sides, it will be equal. If one side weight is more, one side weight is less. Wherever the weight is more, that side will be more down. Correct, no? That technically, that weighing scale is technically, that those days were called as balancing scale. That is how the balancing means what both the sides, it has to be equal weight to balance. So before balancing this, it was tilted on one side. To make it balance, this 650 is being recorded. Here the weight was more. Here the weight was more. So it is more tilted towards the debit side. To make it equal, what did we do? We put more weight on the credit side. Now it has become equal. That is how the concept of balancing came. That's a useless thing, I agree. But that is how it's come. I have to explain now as a teacher. Now, sir, what is the meaning of the 650, sir? This is the money that is there in my hand. Cash is asset. What is asset? Anything that I own in the business is asset. Anything that I own in the business is asset. Anything that I expect to receive in future is asset. This 650 I already have in hand. I own it. So how much money do you own it on a particular day? 650. So today, 5 August, end of the day, how much money is there in my hand? 650. And this is called as buy, balance, carry down. I'm carrying forward this balance to the next date, which is 6th of August. Any problem? If balance carry down is coming on the credit side, brought down will come on which side? Debit side. So on debit side, if I record 6th of August. 6th of August is the next date. To balance brought down 6,50,000. Do you have any problem? Online people, do you have any problem in this? If I record two balance brought down 650.
No, sir.
Okay. Please tell me if any balances of any ledger or the balance brought on of the ledger in any account comes on the debit side, then this ledger is having what balance? Debit balance. All the ledger having debit balance will go to the debit column of the trial balance. Any problem? Online people, any problem?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Can we do the balancing of the other accounts?
Yes, sir.
Capital account. Capital account. Only credit side entry is there, which means what? All these transactions are credited to which account? Credited to capital account. All these transactions are credited. If any amount is recorded on the credit side of the ledger, we say that amount is credited to that account. So these three amounts are credited to capital account. So please tell me, what is the balance of this ledger? 5th of August, to balance carried on is how much? 2,50,000 rupees. 7,50,000? 7 lakh. 5 lakh plus 50 plus 150, 7 lakh. Okay. Sir, go to next ledger, sir. Go to next ledger, sir. Who will put balance brought down? By balance brought down. 6th of August. By balance brought down is how much? 7 lakh rupees. If any ledger is having the balance brought on the credit side, then what balance does it have? It has got credit balance. This is got credit balance. All the ledger having the credit balance will go to the credit column of the trial balance. Credit column of the trial balance. Okay. Purchases. Which side total looks higher? Debit side looks higher. It is 3 lakh rupees. So 3 lakh should be here also, but nothing is here. So balancing is full 3 lakh. This is called as by balance carry down. Coming. Everything will come. You think about it, and one thing. By balance carry down at the moment. By balance carry down. Any problem? Now, 6th of August. To balance brought down. How much? 3 lakh rupees. To balance brought down 3 lakh rupees. So this balance brought down is coming on which side? Debit side. What balance it has become? Debit balance. So this will go to which column of the trial balance? Debit column of the trial balance. Any problem? No problem. Next is sales. Which side the total looks higher? Credit side total looks higher. How much it is? Who is that? 3 lakh. 4 lakh. Ni 3 hechukoma, na avana 4 hechukren. Seriya? Okay. 4 lakh. This side, there's no transaction. So automatically this becomes by artificial balancing of 4 lakh rupees. 5th of August. By balance carry down. Sorry, ma. It's one big problem with me. I always put by ka 2, 2 ka by. So you have to only help me. Huh? Why do you put 2 and by? Very good question. ₹4 lakh rupees. This is called as balancing figure. So the question is, sir, why 2, why by? You tell me. Why 2, why by? Cash account, 2 sales. So what they've done, they've copy pasted this 2 sales as it is. Okay. In the cash account, 2 sales. Now this sale has got a companion. Prefix called as 2. Now if I write only purchase here, without companion, you'll feel bad. No. See, we have to give one companion to this burger also. So they put buy. If you are having 2, I am having buy. Huh? This is the format that those olden people have created. There is no other option. We are following that. Logic is clear. Account needs one companion. So debit side we had companion 2. Credit side, no companion. We give buy. In cricket, no. If the person gets hurt, he cannot run. So what do we provide him? Buys. Same. He's having no companion. We provided buys. What logic? Huh? Simple logic it is. Now, bank account can be balanced. And Ashwin, இவ்வளோ மொக்க போடுறேன் நானு இதுல கூட சிரிக்கலன்னு எப்படா நீ பேலன்ஸ் டெல் 1,50,000 5th of August 5th of August by balance carry down 150. Any problem? Over? Okay. 6th August, 2 balance brought down. How much it is? 150. 2 balance brought down 150. So this balance is coming on which side? Debit side of the bank account. Now, this ledger is supposed to have what balance now? Debit balance. If I call this as debit balance, any ledger having debit balance will travel to the debit column of the trial balance. Sales, we didn't record the balance. Okay, we'll record. 5th of August, by balance brought down, not 5th, 6th. By balance brought down how much? 4 lakh rupees. This balance is coming on which side? Credit side. So what balance? Credit balance. So which column of trial balance? Credit column of the trial balance. Any problem? Journal over. Ledger over. Now what do we have to prepare? Set trial balance. So trial balance, the format goes this way. The first will be heads of accounts. Heads of accounts. The account name, ledger accounts name. Then we have debit column. Then we have credit column. In the trial balance, only those ledger can enter. Only those accounts can enter, which has got a brought down balance, brought down balance, brought down balance. One more time. In trial balance, either in debit column or in credit column, you can record only that amount which has got a balance brought down in any ledger. Okay, well, now if I go back, let's go to cash account. Cash account, do we have the balance? Yes, sir, we have a balance brought down. Only if there's a balance brought down, then we'll record it, or else I'll not record anything in the trial balance. So for cash account, do we have the balance brought down? Yes. How much it is? 650. So this 650 is coming on which side of the ledger? Debit side. What balance? Debit balance. So this will go to which column? Debit column. So please write now cash account. In debit column, you have to write 6,50,000. Nothing in credit. Am I teaching with proper format? No. I'm just trying to give you outline structure. As and when I solve a question from the ICA module, we'll be doing it proper formatting. I've not explained you what is the meaning of trial balance. Since I'm doing this question, trial balance is a condition of ledger. So this is the best part for me to explain how the trial balance is done. Once this is done, next class I'll be discussing what is the meaning of trial balance, purpose of trial balance, and different varieties of trial balance. Today's focus is mainly on ledger part. Cash account done, people. Next is what? Capital account. Will I record this capital account in the trial balance? Should I record this in trial balance? Yes or no? Why I should record? Sir, this ledger is having a balance, sir. Which balance? Balance brought down. Which side? Credit side. What balance? Credit balance. Since this is credit balance item, this will travel to debit column of trial balance, sir. Which side? False. It goes to the credit column. What amount? 7 lakh. Capital account. 7 lakh rupees on the credit column. Okay. Next is purchase. Should I record the purchase account balance in the trial balance? Think and answer. Think and answer. Will purchase account balance travel to your trial balance? Yes or no? But your school teacher said no. You have to close the purchase account and transfer it to trading and P&L. So balance, should it go to trial balance or not? Hell. Go where? Trial balance. So you are not closing this ledger? You're not closing the ledger? You have to prepare ledger on day-to-day basis. We are now preparing the accounts on 5th of August. whatever is the balance of 5th of August will be carried forward to 6th of August. Why? Because 6th also I'll do purchase. No? So 6th ka purchase, that is 5th purpose. Purchase, total purchase of 5th, 3 lakh. End of the day. Next day beginning, how much it is? 3 lakh. What I'll do in condition is what, 6th August, I'll do further cash purchase. Let's say I'm doing 1 lakh more cash purchase. So what is the purchase total now? 5th and 6th both put together, 4 lakh rupees. So I want the purchase value to be accumulated on day-to-day basis. So any transaction that is being recorded in the ledger from 1st of April up to 30th of March will be carried forward to next day. So 1 April's balance I'll carry forward to 2nd April. 2nd April's balance to 3rd April. Like that, 29th March balance I'll carry forward to 30 March. 30 March will go to maximum 31st March. But whatever is the balance of 31st March, I can't carry forward. So there, finally, I will close the account. And whatever the balance carried down is coming on 31st March, I cannot keep that balance carried down and brought down. From there, I have to transfer to trading and P&L account. So you take any ledger from 1 April to 30 March, you will see a balance carried down where the brought down balance has been carried forward to the next day. For example, 5th August balance has been carried forward to next day as 6th of August. 31st March balance next day, 1st April will never come. Sir, what are you saying, sir? My teacher said that when I do the balance carry down, 31st March, buy balance carry down 3 lakh rupees. They said 142 balance brought down, sir, 3 lakh rupees. Do you agree with me? Correct? No, next day only used to record. No, this is wrong. Tell me why. So what? Yes. She's saying, sir, this ledger is there in the old book. We prepare accounts afresh in the new book every year. So on 1/4, for example, we are in which financial year? 25, 26, 26 now. So today we are 25th April. So when I started my accounts on 1/4, I recorded my accounts afresh in the new book. This ledger is of which financial year? 24, 25. So in 24, 25, how 1/4, 25 will come? Think about it. 24, 25, previous year. 25, 26, current year. Previous year ends with 31st March 25. I am opening a ledger where the balance carried down 31/3/25. To balance carried down is how much? Let's say 3 lakh rupees. Brought down, I have to get 3 lakh rupees because I need to see this ledger is having what balance? What did I say? Based on the balance brought down, we will decide whether this is debit balance or credit balance. So I need to do the balancing. I have to get the carried down balance. I have to get the brought down balance. So 3 lakh brought down balance I got. But what date will you record? If you record 1/4/25, don't you think this is right? How 1/4/25 will come in 24/25? 24/25 ends with 31st March. 31st March 25. So 1/4/25 is actually wrong. We are doing the balance brought in for what date? 31st March 25 only. So that 31st March 25, this 3 lakh rupees is what balance? Debit balance. It is coming on the debit side. It is debit balance. Sir, but in this question, you yourself did know, sir. If this is 5th, this is 6th. Within the financial year, the date can be the forward date. 5th is coming in the same financial year. 5th of August is coming in the same financial year, 24/25. 6th also is coming in 24/25. That time it is allowed. But when I'm going to the next financial year, at the end of the year, 31st March, this cannot be 1 April. It has to be 31st March only here. Am I loud and clear? And why I'm taking this to 6th August? Because 6th August, I'll have further cash transaction, bank transaction. So I need to accumulate the total. I have to keep on accumulating the total. So whatever transaction you're taking place or recording or posting from 1 to 31, everything will get accumulated. So that is why 1, 2, 3, we keep on carry forwarding the balance. Up to 31, you'll keep on carry forwarding. When 31st of March. Once you reach 31st of March and get a balance on that date, that you will not carry forward to the next date in that book. You will carry forward to the next date in the next new book by passing a opening journal entry. Opening journal entry, we didn't understand, sir. I have not even taught you what is opening journal entry. In flow, I said, forget it. When the right time comes, I'll discuss what is opening journal entry. The query that he was asking is, sir, why balance is coming in the nominal account? Because in our school teachers, they said that nominal account should have no balances. Nominal account should not have the balances is right when at the end of the year. Nominal account should never have the balance. Only asset account, liability and capital account balances should have the ledger balances. Nominal account should never ever have any balance carried on and brought down. This statement is true when you are preparing the ledger at the end of the year. Ledger as on 31st March, which ledger? Nominal ledger as on 31st March should not have any balance carried on and brought down. I have to close it and take it to the trading P&L. But when I'm preparing the ledger on 5th of August, the total of the 5th of August should be transferred to 6th, no? So the accounts is running throughout the year. So I have to accumulate the purchase value. 5th August purchase is 5 lakh. I have to add with that 6th August purchase, 7th August purchase, 8th August purchase, 24th August purchase. So I have to keep on carrying forward the balance, no? So within the year, when you're preparing the accounts, you can keep on carrying forward the nominal account, the balance. But once you reach 31st March and get the final balance, no, that balance you cannot carry forward. You have to close that by transferring to trading and P&L account by passing a closing entry. What, sir? Now you said opening entry. Now you're saying closing entry. I have not even taught what is closing and opening entry. In a flow, I said, when the right time comes, I'll teach. Now, okay. Here, I am preparing this trial balance on which date? I am preparing the trial balance on 5th of August. So in my trial balance, I should have all the accounts. Asset account, liability account, capital account, nominal accounts, everything I have to have. Sir, is it necessary that the trial balance should be prepared only at the end of the year? No. You prepare trial balance daily. Who is stopping you? You prepare trading and P&L daily. Who is stopping you? Accounting department, income tax department, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, all the authorities are interested in your trading and P&L of which year? 31st March. Of which date? 31st March. You happily prepare daily basis. I have no problem. But which accounts we are interested into? 1 April to 31st March. And the balance of 31st March is what I'm interested into. That is why we prepare the trial balance, trading P&L balance sheet as on 31st March. Because that is what is the data to be reported. 31st March data is to be reported. That's why we prepare on 31st March. Otherwise, when I was working in the previous company, every month I used to prepare the financial statement. Every month trading P&L, every month balance sheet. Now, today we are into that extent where you record an entry in the tally journal. The tally itself will pass ledger entry. That itself will do trial balance. That itself will give you the balance sheet P&L also. So the moment I pass the entry here, automatically next second, the moment you record debit and credit, next second, what is ready? Trading P&L balance sheet is ready. So I now have trading P&L trial balance every day. So nobody is going to stop you. Now, for convenience purpose, I'm doing that. I am preparing this trial balance for 5th of August. Any problem in this? Any problem in this? No problem? Okay. Like how we add cash and capital account, we have purchase account balance also. On which side? Debit side. So can I record purchase here 3 lakh? Purchase account 3 lakh on the debit column. Okay. Next is what? Sale account. Sale account is having balance brought on 4 lakh. Which side? Credit side. So what balance? Credit balance. Which column? Credit column. No problem. No problem. Okay. Next is what? Bank. Bank is having a balance. Is it having balance? Is it having? Yes. How much? 150. Which side? Debit side. What balance? Debit balance. So now, bank account, debit side, 1,50,000. The thumb rule is that the total of the debit column and the total of the credit column should match. Is it matching or not matching? How much is the total? 11 lakhs. And this is 11 lakh. Now, why are we preparing trial balance? Is it a compulsory part that we have to prepare? Is preparation of trial balance is compulsory? No. Without preparing the trial balance also, you can prepare the trading P&L balance sheet. Tell how. Sir, we know that cash is asset. This balance directly recorded in balance sheet. Who's going to stop? I know cash balance will go to asset side. Without trial balance, I can directly prepare the balance sheet also. All of you know that capital balance 7 lakh will go where? Liability set of balance sheet. Directly I can record. Do any trial balance for that purpose? Not required. Purchase, all of you know where does it go? Trading account, debit side. Directly 3 lakh purchase I can record. Nobody can stop me. So without the help of trial balance, still am I in position to prepare the trading P&L and balance sheet? The answer is yes. If that is the case, then why are we preparing the trial balance? Presentation. Wow. We have no other work, no? What calculation you want to check? Lovely. She's got the answer. So to check whether you have followed the double entry system of accounting or not. If I have followed the double entry system of accounting, every transaction I gave twofold impact. In that one impact I gave debit, and the impact I gave credit. Means what? You take entry, cash to capital. One I record in the debit column, another in credit column. So in both the places I record both the amounts. Double entry, both the sides, double entry is been done. If any place the double entry is not done, by chance you've done single entry, then this ledger will not tally. Sorry, this trial balance will not tally. If this trial balance is not tallying, it means that do not go ahead and prepare the financial statement. Why? Because the accounting record is not complete. It is incomplete records. Somewhere some mistake has happened. To ensure that the double entry system is being followed, we prepare the trial balance. Otherwise, what happens if you directly record the transactions where? In the trading P&L balance sheet, and later if the balance sheet is not matching, you will not know what is the problem. So trial balance, if you prepare, it's a checkpoint. I'm not telling you once you prepare a trial balance, if the total of the both side is tallying, your accounts is 100% correct, we are not telling. We can still make errors, double-sided errors, which we'll study in the topic called as rectification of errors. That time I'll tell you how you can do a mistake in such a way that both accounts still get tallied. So that error can be identified only by auditing process or checking process. But if you're doing any error which is one-sided error, trial balance will highlight that one-sided error. So what is the purpose of preparing the trial balance? To identify the one-sided error. Means what? You have captured only one aspect of the entry. Another aspect, if you didn't capture, the trial balance will not tally. One point. Second point. See, here we have only 5 accounts. So if you did not write one account, for you it is easy to know, oh, total 5 accounts. In that only 4 I recorded, 1 I didn't record, hence I did not get the trial balance tallied. For example, let's suppose by mistakenly I forgot to record this 150 here. Now tell me the total, please. What is the total here? 950. Difference is there or not there? Why the difference is there? Because one particular ledger balance, I did not post it here. One particular ledger which has got a balance, I did not post it here. So trial balance is helping me to identify if any ledger balance is forgotten to be posted, then we have to post it. Imagine if trial balance you are not preparing, from here directly, from the ledger directly trading P&L balance sheet, you're preparing. Will the balance sheet tally? Not tally. Can you sit and identify what is the mistake? That too when you have hundreds of account ledger in the real life. If you go to any company, here lucky you have only 5 accounts, 5 heads. If one is missing, you know which is missing. You can easily say, sir, cash, capital, purchase, sale, bank we opened. You recorded 4. 5th one is missing, which is what? Bank. Here it is easy to identify. Boss, in real life, how many accounts will you open? Hundreds of accounts you open. Hundreds. 200, 300, 500, 800, 900 accounts you open. In that, can you figure out which account balance you left? No. That is why we prepare the trial balance. If I prepare the trial balance, the total is not matching. At least at this stage, I can get to know my accounts is wrong. I can start my checking process. If I get to know there is a mistake at the balance sheet level, where will I go and search where the mistake is? Is the mistake at the journal level or ledger level or what problem? Well, posting did I make the mistake? That is posting means what? Recording in the trading P&L balance sheet. There I made mistake or not, I will not know. So by the time you get to know that you are into already mistake scenario, it will be too late. So trial balance is one intermediate checkpoint to check if there is any mistake existing or not. If the trial balance is tallying, now we are good to go with the financial statement preparation. So whenever you go for auditing, whenever you will go for auditing in your articleship, the first thing what you're supposed to do when you start preparing the financial statement is to check whether the trial balance is tallying or not. That is the first thing I did. Financial statement technically will not prepare. That is the job of the client. The companies prepare the financial statement. We as an auditor, we are going to audit the financial statement. We are going to check the financial statement. So before I used to go and check the financial statement, the first thing what I used to get from them is the list of trial balance to check whether the trial balance is tallying or not tallying. Once I do the trial balance testing, only then I'll proceed forward for the testing of the trading P&L and balance sheet. That is the norm, that is the procedure. So trial balance is basically an intermediary test point to check whether arithmetically it is accurate or not, balance are accurate and matching or not. So the purpose of preparing the trial balance is to check the arithmetical accuracy. Mathematically, is the total matching or not matching? If it is not matching, some mistake you have done. So before going forward, correct the mistake and then go forward. So now what is the mistake here? So bank balance you did not record. Please record it. If the mistake is identified at the initial stage itself, it is easy to proceed forward. Once you do everything, at the end, if you find there's a mistake, coming back from the beginning and again recorrecting is a big headache. I'm telling you, trust me. ₹11 lakh. Trial balance tallying. Any problem here? Online people, any problem here?
Sir.
No energy. Trial balance is tallying. Any problem here? No, wonderful.
No, sir.
Now listen to me carefully. Now the ledger accounts what we prepared. The ledger account what we prepared. What we prepared. The ledger accounts what we prepared is of a date which happens to fall somewhere in the middle of the year. In that case, the nominal accounts which is having a balance, that balance you are carrying forward to the next date. All the nominal accounts can have a balance, and the balance could be carried forwarded to next date, provided there's a transaction that is happening in the next date, happening in the same financial year. But once you reach at the end of the year, you cannot have the balances in that ledger. You cannot have the balance carried on or brought down. You have to close it. Correct? Because the law says that nominal accounts should never ever have any balances. Correct? My question is why? Why should nominal account have no balances? Affects the balance sheet. What way it will affect the balance sheet? Okay. One more important point. If I don't, for transferring trading account, see, that's what they're telling. You should not have a balance and transfer to trading, they're telling. But my point is, if I keep the balance as it is, how I'm keeping for cash and bank account or capital account or asset account, like that, if I keep the balances also in the nominal accounts, despite having the balances, I prepare trading and P&L. With the balances itself, I'm preparing trading and P&L. What problem will happen? No. Okay, so what? Still, you have to elaborate. You're to the very near to the point, but you're not explaining the right point. My question is clear. Where the asset account is got a balance, that balance you carry forward to next year. Liability balance, capital balance, everything is getting carried forward to next year. Like that, why can't we allow the nominal balances to be carried forward to next year? I'm telling you, with the balances, I'll prepare trading and P&L. Sorry. I'm telling you, with the balances, I can prepare the trading and P&L. Why are we closing the balances? Is my point.
Sir,
If I don't close it, if I carry forward, what will happen? Yes, boss. Online.
Sir, nominal accounts are for the current year itself only, no, so it won't get carried to the next
It
year.
won't incur the loss. My question is why? Logic, reason. If I carry forward, what will happen is my question.
Sir, it is that year's, no, sir. Why will we
He's got
carry
the point.
forward?
One second, Gana, one second. He's got the point. Repeat. Okay. Can you be a little bit elaborate? You're on the point, but little bit elaboration. Right. Now listen very carefully. Cash balance. This is cash account. I got 100 rupees. Then I got 200 rupees. Sorry, 2000 rupees. Then I got 500 rupees. I got 400 rupees. Please tell me what is my total? 3000 rupees. What is the meaning of this 3000? Sir, as on 31st March, this is 31st March. As on 31st March, this is the cash in hand. If you open the draw, in the draw, how much money is there? 3000. If you see your pocket, how much money is there? 3000. So whatever physically cash you have, that should match with your book cash. Book cash and physical cash should match. Now, this 31.3 balance I have to carry forward to the next year. Next year, I'll open a fresh account called as cash account. 1/4 next year, I'll record as 2 balance brought on. Do you agree with me? How much? 3,000. Why this is required? Because physically 3,000 what I have, I will carry forward to next year. No? Or will I say, oh, accounts ended, everything over, let me throw this in gutter. Will you throw it? Whatever money you had in the business as on 31st March, will you throw it away? Next day you'll take it, no boss. On 1/4, if I want chaya, 1/4 morning, I want tea, chaya. From where will I take money? I'll take from this 3,000 only, no? So all the asset balance and liability balance of that year should be carried forward to next year so that it can have an accumulated balance. So 3,000 rupees is the opening balance of that year. Is the opening balance of that year. It is coming from where? Previous year. And I need to have this because this money is still there in the business. This is the money which is still there in the business. I'm carrying forward every year because it is my money. So previous year's balance, I have to carry forward. So all the asset and liability capital, what we own, what we have to receive, what we have to pay, everything we have to accumulate and carry forward for remembering purpose. If I carry forward this 3,000 next year, what will happen? Next day, 1/4, I got one more 300 rupees. So at the end of 1/4, what is the total cash in hand now? 3,300. So I'm having the accumulated balance 3,300. What is wrong in this? At the end of 1/4, in my pocket, how much money is there? 3,300. Am I okay with this 3,300? Yes. Physically cash, I'm okay. And book also says that you should have 3,300 cash in your pocket. Correct only, no? But if I open sale account, this is sale account. I got 100 rupees, then I got 200 rupees, I got 600, then 5,000, then 4,000, then one more 100. What is the total? Or make this 200 now. 5 plus 4 is 9. No, 5,000. No, sorry. 5,000, 6,000, 6,500. 6,500 is the CAD on balance as on 31/3. If I take this as the opening balance next year, if I carry forward this balance next year, can I say 1/4 balance brought down will be 6,500? 6,500 means what? This is the total sale of the entire year. From 1/4 to 31/3, the total sale of the entire year is how much? 6,500. If I allow this nominal ledger to carry forward its balance, it will go and sit as opening balance. Now, on 1/4 next financial year, a customer came, I sold the goods for 300 rupees. So now, if I balance the ledger, can I say I'll get a balance carried down on 1/4 as how much? 6,800. Balance brought down 6,800. Are you trying to tell me on 1/4 of the next year or 2/4 of the next year, my total sale of that year is 6,800? In that, 6,500 is sale of previous year. Whereas the real sale of current year is how much? Only 300. So if you allow a nominal ledger to carry forward its balance to next year, what will happen? So next year sale, next year purchase, next year cash, everything will be accumulation of the previous year and that year. So what exactly is the sale of that year? I'll not be in position to determine. Hence they said that for all the nominal accounts, whatever the closing balance is coming at the end of the year, never let that balance carry forward to the next year. Close it by passing a closing entry and transfer to trading and P&L. Hence, nominal ledger balance will never travel to your balance sheet and will never travel to your next year. It will get closed then and there by transferring this to trading and P&L account. Any problem with this? Why it is transferred to trading and P&L, how it is transferred, what is closing entry, what is opening entry, I have not touched yet. I'm just making understand why the nominal ledger does not have any opening balance. Have you ever seen in 11th and 12th, when you opened a sale account, purchase account, salaries account, did you ever have two balance brought down and buy balance brought down? No, because we never have the opening balance in the nominal accounts. We never have the opening balance in the nominal account. If you have the opening balance in the nominal account, then the opening balance of the previous year, that is coming from the previous year, and the current year transaction will get accumulated. So at the end of the current year, I will not get to know what is my current year sale, current year purchase, current year salary, current year rent. So current year nominal transactions ka value I will not get to know. Hence, we cut off the previous year balance and keep it in the previous year itself. In the current year, nominal account, fresh entry we pass. So in the current year, if I don't record his opening balance, what is my current year transaction? Sale 300. So what is my closing balance? 300. Now, can I say in current year on 1/4, my sale is how much? 300. So without the opening balance only, the nominal account makes sense in the subsequent year. Is the logic clear or not clear? Online people, logic clear or not clear? Online
Yes,
people,
sir.
logic clear or not clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For nominal account, what I'm telling is that whatever transaction recording, 1/4, whatever the closing balance is coming, you carry forward to next year, which is 2/4. Okay. Again 2/4 ka transaction. Again 2/4 carry down balance. That you take it to 3/4. This is sale account. Sale account can have balance carried down, can have balance brought down up to 31st March. 30 March. Carried on balance. 31st March brought on balance. Then 31st March transactions. 31/3 carried on balance. But when I take it to brought down, it cannot go to 1/4. It should be only 31/3. It should be 31/3. Okay. First time when you prepare the ledger completely, it will have the balance carried down and brought down. Listen to me very carefully. I'm telling an important point. I'm telling you, when you prepare the ledger on day-to-day basis, for the very first time, 31st March will have a balance. Sale account, purchase account will have a balance. And on that basis only, you will prepare the trial balance. So this trial balance, what we prepared, imagine this is not the 5th August trial balance. This is called as 31st March trial balance. Imagine whatever the data that we posted is 31st March trial balance. This trial balance is called as draft trial balance 1. In the draft trial balance 1, you will, to check the arithmetical accuracy, you will take even the nominal accounts into it. I'm not telling that 31st March, you will not take the nominal account. 31st March, for the first time, to check the arithmetical accuracy, I will take the nominal accounts in the trial balance. So which means if I want the balance to travel to trial balance, which means the sale account should have what balance? Carried down and brought down. So I will have initially carried on balance on 31/3, brought on balance 31/3, and from here this balance will go where credit side of the trial balance to check what arithmetical accuracy, to check whether the double entry is followed or not. Once double entry is done, both the sides trial balance is tallying. Again I'll come back. To where? Journal. Why? Because I want this balance to be closed. The balance which is there on 31/3, this balance I want to close it. And I'm transferring this balance where? To trading account. The value in the sale account should be transferred to your trading account. Now listen to me very carefully. So this is that sale account. Imagine this transaction, this balance is of 31st of March 25. Balance brought down is what? 31st March of 25. So this 4 lakh in the first trial balance, which is called as draft trial balance 1, this balance brought down will travel to check the arithmetical accuracy, to check whether the double entry has been followed or not. Once the trial balance is done, we'll again come back to this ledger. Now I should not have any balance carried down. I should not have the balance brought down, which means what? I should transfer this 4 lakh to some other account. If this 4 lakh should not be balanced, which means there should be some entry coming here. Guys, this 4 lakh, if balance is coming, means what? This ledger is naturally balanced or artificially balanced? Artificially balanced. If I should not have any balance in this ledger, then how should I do this? I will record some transactions here so that automatically it will tally. Now, please tell me what entry I should pass for this. I am having 4 lakh here, but not in form of balancing. Now, it should be in form of a transaction. I should record a transaction. Now, please tell me what entry I should pass. Whatever the balance is there in the sale account, I have to completely remove that and put it in a place called as trading account. Sale is what balance? Sir, it is a credit balance item. Whenever I did a credit sale or cash sale, my sale increased. To increase sale, I kept on giving a credit. Now I am telling that this 4 lakh should no longer be in sale account. I should remove from sale account, which means my intention is to reduce sale account. To increase sale, credit. To decrease sale, debit. So now my entry is going to be sale account debit. which means I'm transferring this 4 lakh rupees. I'm transferring this 4 lakh rupees from the sale account. Now to which place? To trading account. To trading account. Sale account, trading account. Now currently this 4 lakh rupees is there where? In the sale account. My goal is to transfer this into the trading account. I have to shift it to trading account. So when I shift it, what will be the impact on the sale account? Will the balance increase or decrease? If I shift it, the water content or the balance content in that will increase or decrease? It will decrease. Sale is what balance? Credit balance. To increase sale, credit. To decrease sale, debit. In this transaction, when I'm recording the entry, my balance of 4 lakh is increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. To decrease the sale, what am I supposed to do? Debit sale. And this amount is getting transferred where? Trading account. What amount is getting transferred? Sale amount is getting transferred. Sale is what balance? Credit balance. To increase the sale, credit. So where is the sale increasing now? In the trading account. So where should I credit that now? In the trading account, 4 lakh rupees. So this entry is called as closing entry. Closing entry. So what is a closing entry? So closing entry is that journal entry which we pass. Closing entry is that journal entry which we pass at the end of the year for closing the nominal accounts. For closing the nominal accounts. So all the nominal accounts at the end of the year is closed. All the nominal accounts at the end of the year is closed by passing a closing entry. Why this closing entry is required? If you do not pass the closing entry, then this balance will travel to the next year. To stop this balance to travel to next year, I have to close the ledger. I have to seal the ledger. If I don't close this ledger, balance will go to next year. So next year, what happens? Next year sale will get combined with the previous year sale. Both the sale put together, what happens? Will not get the true picture of the sale of that year. And hence I have to close. So all the nominal accounts at the end of the year are closed by passing a closing entry. Any problem? Online people, any problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Everybody, open your mouth. All of you are clear with this point?
Yes, sir.
Will you pass the
Yes,
closing
sir.
entry on 5th of August or 6th of August? No. From 1 April to 30 March. 1 April to 30 March on day-to-day basis, what are the balances coming? No, you will allow that balance to be traveled to next date. But whatever the final balance comes on 31st March, no, that balance you will have it first for preparing the draft trial balance 1 to check the arithmetic accuracy and double entry system of accounting. Once that is checked and assured, come back where? Journal. Pass the journal closing entry. Now give the impact of this where? In the sale account. Now what is the posting of this? Say I should record 4 lakh. Where? Debit side of sale account. Go to sale account, debit side. On 31st March, I'm recording 4 lakh. And who's opposite partner? To trading account. To trading account. Now, please tell me, people, ledger on the both the sides having the same amount or not? So, is this ledger automatically balancing or did we artificially balance? Huh? Artificially balanced. Or automatically balanced. Okay. Now, this ledger is automatically balanced with no balance carried on and brought down. So, now the draft trial balance 2, what you prepare? The draft trial balance 2, what you prepare? In that, will the sale account go? No. So, in the second trial balance, you will only have asset account, liability account, capital account, and the balance of the P&L account, net profit. Because all the income, all the expenses been transferred where? To net profit. Sorry, to the trading and P&L. And what is the end result of trading and P&L? Net profit or net loss. So in the draft trial balance 2, what will be visible to you in the trial balance? This will go away. Purchase 3 lakh, no. So what is my profit here? 4 lakh sale, 3 lakh expenses. 4 lakh purchase, 3 lakh, sorry, 4 lakh sale, 3 lakh purchase. What is my profit? 1 lakh. If I prepare trading account, can I say buy, sale, 4 lakh, 2 purchase, 3 lakh. What is the balance? 1 lakh. Profit. This is profit. This is profit. Balance carry down. Balance carry down. Sorry, brought down. How much? 1 lakh. Now this trading account is like a ledger. In the draft trial balance 2, since you have closed the purchase account, purchase account no longer will be there in the trial balance. Which trial balance? Second trial balance. Sale account will not be there in the second trial balance. Instead of that, which account will appear? trading account will appear because I only prepared trading account. I only prepared trading account. Trading account will appear. Now this account is having what balance? This 1 lakh is coming on credit side. What balance it is? Credit balance. Now what is the net amount? 1 lakh will sit on the credit side. Now total of the both side matching or not matching? How much it is? 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs. So in the trial balance, if you have all the accounts, means what? Nominal account, personal account, real account. In other words, asset, liability, capital, revenue, expense, everything is coming in trial balance. Means what does it mean? The closing entry is not yet passed. Means trading P&L is not yet prepared. But if they give you a trial balance, which is consisting of all asset account only with the P&L account, with the trading and P&L account, which means what? They have prepared trading and P&L, balance sheet is yet to be prepared. Now this point, do not forget at the end of the foundation. Why? Because beginning of the CA Inter, the first chapter that I'm going to take is Schedule 3. In that, same point is going to be coming there with a full-fledged question. In Inter, the very first chapter, Schedule 3 that I'm going to do, they'll be giving you a trial balance without nominal account into it, where they'll have trading and P&L into it. That time you should be knowing how to prepare the balance sheet directly. So whatever I'm discussing is not out of syllabus. It is very well applicable for foundation also, Inter also. Otherwise, why should I spend so much time on ledger and trial balance? Because you know how to do it. You guys have by hearted like anything in 11th standard. Full 12th standard journal ledger only. You are a pro in journal ledger. Why should I sit and explain all this? This is the explanation which is missed in the school. And this, if not understood now, your foundation alone is not getting screwed. Inter also royally screwed. Like how now people are struggling. We've got few people from other academy for Inter. This basic point also not know. Without telling this concept also, I can make you clear foundation. Is this got anything to do with the foundation exam? Because they'll not ask question based on this in the foundation. This is understanding that I'm giving. For that, I should have the heart or guts, intention to impart the knowledge and skill. For that, I have to exert. You understand what is the meaning of exerting? I have to take too much of stress and pressure to make you understand this concept. Today, who wants to take so much of effort to make you understand? People want to give the fees. For that fees, I'm teaching that question which will come in exam. I feel this is not the real education and learning. The real education learning is what? Above and beyond what you are learning in the textbook. This is that part when you practically go and see, you will be given this trial balance. We are not in position to read this trial balance. What is the point of getting that CA degree in your name? What is the point in adding that precious letter CA as a prefix to your name? When you're not able to read something, when you're not able to understand something, when you're not able to interpret something, what is the point? So don't keep your ultimate goal of learning accounts only for the purpose of passing the exam. Passing the exam is very important. Without it, will not get degree. So that is the primary goal. But also at the back end, what is important is to understand the logic behind what we are doing. The why factor is clear in your life. The why factor of the respective subjects are clear. You'll become an excellent chartered accountant automatically by default. You don't have to go and prove to anybody. Automatically, you become a good chartered accountant. Any problem in this? Are you able to understand what is the meaning of this? So whatever the nominal accounts were there, the credit and the debit I netted off. And I got profit or loss. Had the loss been there 1 lakh, I would have recorded the loss in the debit column. Because loss is debit balance, profit is credit balance. Debit all expense and losses. So losses are what balance? Debit balance. So that loss would have come on the debit column. 1 lakh, now we got profit because sale was 4 lakh. Purchase 3 lakh. Income is more, expense is less. So net 1 lakh is what? Profit. Net 1 lakh is what? Profit. That profit came where? In the credit column of the trial balance. Any problem? This is draft trial balance too. Can I pass the closing entry for asset and liability capital? Can I pass? No, because I want their balances to be carried forward to the next year. I want their balances to be carried forward to the next year. And hence, I will not pass any closing entry for the asset liability capital. In other words, for personal account and real account, never ever pass any closing entry. Closing entry is passed only for nominal accounts. That is revenue and expense account. Any problem? Why? Because I don't want the balance to carry forward to the next year. Hence, we close it, chop it off. Now the question is, sir, why trading account? Sorry, why closing entry? One reason you said, I don't want the balance to be carried forward. Is there any other reason for preparing the closing entry or for passing the closing entry? When you record the transaction, sale amount is hanging in sale ledger. Purchase account is hanging in purchase ledger. Salary account is hanging in salary ledger. Rent account is hanging in rent ledger. That is rent amount, not account, rent amount. Sale amount, sale ledger. Purchase amount is in purchase ledger. Salary amount in salary ledger. Rent amount in rent ledger. When all these accounts are scattered, will I be able to calculate the profit and loss? For me to calculate profit and loss, what is important? So what is the formula for profit and loss? So sale minus expenditure is profit and loss. Sale means what sale? Or rather, not sale, I would say income. Income minus expense is what? Profit and loss. Income means what? Income from all the sources. You take sale, you take interest income, you take commission income, any kind of income, all of them have to club together. So I call this as total income. So from total income, I should minus what? Total expenses. But the problem is when I was preparing the ledger, the sale income is in the sale account. The interest income is in the interest income account. Purchase expenses in purchase account. Salary expense in salary account. Rent expense in rent account. So all of them are scattered. If I don't bring all of them together in one common place, I will not be able to get the net result, which is profit and loss of the business. So another purpose of passing the closing entry is that all the income accounts and all the expense account which is scattered, to bring all of them together under one common roof called as trading and P&L account. For that reason, we pass closing entry. So the purpose of the closing entry is that this is the ledger accounts. All the ledgers are scattered. Now, what are we doing? By passing the closing entry, you are making all of them account go to one common place, and where everything is getting collected in trading and P&L account. This is the purpose of closing entry. So under trading and P&L account, you have observed that all the expenses on debit side, all the income on credit side. So all the income coming together, all the expenses coming together under a common ledger called as trading and P&L account. This was possible only because of closing entry. Closing entry is a kind of transfer entry, but transfer entry means what? Casually transferring the amount from one account to another account is transfer entry. This is not casual transfer. This is transfer only, but this is not casual transfer. There's a specific objective to it. There's a specific objective to it. So for that, what they do, they gave a new name called as closing entry. So closing entry is nothing but a part of transfer entry. But specifically, we call this as a closing entry. Any problem in it? Everybody is clear with what is closing entry. Now, can we talk about opening entry? What is the meaning of opening journal entry? Have you come across this concept called as accounting period concept? Accounting period concept. What is accounting period concept? This says that business, no doubt, will run for foreseeable future. Means what? It will run forever. When I start the business, I don't have the intention that I want to close the business. When I start the business, I have the intention that my business should run as long as possible. So you want to run your business for 50 years, 100 years. Are you trying to tell me that since you want to run the business for 50 and 100 years, and no doubt you'll run the business for 50 and 100 years, do you want me to wait till 100 years, then collect the income tax from your business profit? Once you stop doing business, at the end, you'll pay me the taxes? No. So government says nothing doing. You do business forever. We'll not stop you. But somewhere you have to put a break to accounts. You have to stop somewhere in between. You have to stop somewhere in between and you have to calculate what is your profit for this period. On that amount, I want tax. This was the objective of income tax department. So why accounting period concept is important for income tax department? Why? Because they wanted to collect the tax for a particular period. If the business goes on for 100 years, if I wait for the business to end, that time if I collect the taxes, from where will the government get the money? So that was the objective of having the accounting period for the purpose of income tax department. Forget department. We also want the business to stop somewhere. When I say business to stop, not literally the business, I want the accounting to stop somewhere. Why? Because as a owner, I myself want to know that the performance that I've done in the last 12 months, have I done it properly or not? If I did not have this accounting period concept, had I not stopped the accounting here, if I'm continuing for 5 years, I will not know whether which year I was profitable and which year I was into loss. So as an owner myself, I need to know that how was the performance of last 1 year. In last 1 year, what mistakes I made. I kept a target of 10 lakh rupees as sales. I was able to touch a sales of only 7 lakh rupees. How did I get to know this information? By analyzing the accounts. By analyzing the accounts. Last year, I said that I'll do a target expenditure only of 6 lakh. But I ended up doing the expenditure of 9 lakh. So extra 3 lakh rupees expenditure you did. This logic, this analysis you got from where? Accounts. Had you not stopped the accounts in between here, how would have you got this data? You would have got this data. And once you don't have the data, if you don't sit and analyze the data, how will you know whether you're on the right track or the wrong track? So on timely basis, if I get to know I'm on the wrong track, with the given time, I can bounce back to the right track. So accounting period concept says that you have to break the accounts in between. Now the problem is, where do we break the accounts in between? Because business is continuously going. So where do we go and break the accounts? So we had two thought processes. One, we can have the Jan to December, which is the calendar year as the accounting period. Or we may have April to May as the, April to March as the accounting period. As one, that is, this can be one of the accounting period. Now, April to March, why accounting period? For that, there are multiple theories. That theory, true or false, don't know. One such theory is what? Jan to December. In Jan, one important festival is celebrated. What is that? Pongal. What is the purpose of Pongal or Makar Sankranti? It's harvesting period. Means what? Whatever seed you have sown, the crop of that, you harvest it and you sell it. So January month crop is harvested. Feb and March. March is the maximum 2 months period by which they will sell all the crops and they'll make money out of it. And here the business for them officially closes. And in this period, they will again, that is from April onwards, they'll start sowing the seed again afresh. So some people have the theory that based on our crop season, we have decided that the accounting period should be April to March. So April to December is the period where you sow the seed, you take care of the crop at the initial stage. Somewhere in the Jan mid, you do the harvesting. Feb and March, you complete your sales. So your cycle begins with April and ends with March. You start, sowing the seed, taking care of the crop. From April, it goes till January. And January, what do? You start harvesting and you sell this by March. 2 months, they sell all the crops. By 31st March, they have everything in hand. Now they want to see how much money they have made in last 1 year. So by that logic, 31st March was kept as the end of the financial year. From there only the concept was taken as one sort of theory, which I also believe in. That's why I'm telling this theory. Now, income tax department also have taken the same theory into consideration. You take school cycle also. School cycle, they start with April, ends with March. So March ends with the academics, because after March, April, May, March ke baad, April, May is what to? Summer peak season. So March end is a period when the activity, everything is closed. April afresh the year starts. April afresh the year starts. For you, the year starts in June, because June only school reopens. But before you come and aram se do all your work in school, before the admission process, everything should begin. No? So from where the admission process is beginning? April month. So March end board exam is getting over, but because that is the period when the summer is at peak. And people can't survive in the hot summer. Here the climate is okay, it is manageable. Even if you go to school on summers, no problem. Imagine North India, where we have extreme summers. You go out, you will die and only come. To that extent is that hot. Standing example, who gave now? Boomer, Gautam. He said, sir, dead hot. In that hot climate, imagine a first standard, second standard kid going to school, what will happen? Multiple theories are there by April to March. So, March ends for the school. April, May, teacher will begin their work. Admission, who does? Teacher, school principals, management. April, May, 2 months admission. June month, your academic starts. So, according to you, I cannot put the calendar year of financial Jan to May, no? Sorry, June to May, I cannot do it, no? So, for you, it is starting in June. But 2 months before that, who starts your work? School management. So, standard, if you see all the business, they're comfortable to have the accounting period April to March. Income tax department also said that whatever income tax returns you're filing, I want the accounting income to be reported of April to March. Nowhere in the accounting rules and regulations said that you have to follow only April to March. You take any accounting records, you take any accounting standard. Nobody said, never ever, nobody said that your accounting period should be only April to March. But still, we adopted April to March. Why? You know, in India, because the income tax department says that when you prepare the trading and P&L account as per IT law, income tax law, and you submit the income tax returns, no, I want the income of the April to March to be reported. So if I prepare accounts as per Jan to December, accounting records will allow, accounting rules will allow, I can do Jan to December. But one more time, I have to prepare the accounting records from April to May for income tax purpose. So in India, what we did, by default, you want 1 year data, no? January, December, April to May. I wanted the income tax record and accounting records to be in sync. So we by default accepted the rule that is given by Income Tax Act. So Income Tax Act says that I want the trading and P&L of which period? April to March. So let's prepare the accounts for April to March and leave it. For that, we have accepted and we set the financial year as April to March. But nowhere in the accounts they said that you have to take April to March only, like that nowhere it is written. That is why in some questions you will see that the question will tell that the financial year is ending on 31st December also, which means that entry has followed what? Jan to December as the calendar year, as the accounting period. If you want, you can take February to Jan also as the accounting period. Nobody can stop you, because accounting law never said that it has to be only April to March. Any 12 months you take it. Choice is yours. But we took April to May. Why? April to March. Why? Because it is in sync with the income tax law. So we don't have to prepare accounts twice. One for accounts and one for IT we should not prepare. So we adopted as it is April to March. Now, if your financial year that you adopted is, let's say, April to March, in the question they'll tell you the financial year is 21-22. So whenever you have two dates, what does it mean? It means that your financial year begins with 1 April 21, ends with 31st March 22. Are you able to follow? Now, if you are a business entity who's adopted Jan to December, that time they'll not give 21-22. That time they'll give only 2021 only. Means what? It begins with 1-1-21, ends with 31-12-21. So when you are getting the question in the exam, you have to see whether the financially what they've given is 21-22 or have they given only 21. Both are applicable to your level. In ICI, in the book, you see some question based on this. Not some, majority question based on this. But minority, we have one question or two questions which is based on this also. So when they say 2021, people get confused that it is 2021 or 21-22. When 2 year is given, it means that the financial is April to March. Only when 1 year is given, it means only Jan to December. Jan of the same year, December of the same year. So we never write 21-21. 21-21 means what? Jan 21, December 21. We don't write it. If both are falling in same year, we record the year only once, which is 21. If I'm having a starting date of a different year and the ending date of a different year, now we are in which financial year? 25-26. So what is the starting date? 1-4-25. This is falling in which financial year or which calendar year? 25 calendar year. Ends with what date? 31-3-26. This 26 is falling in which calendar year? 26 calendar year. So this is what accounting period? 25 to 26 is the accounting period. So 25 calendar year, 26 calendar year. Both put together is the accounting period 25-26. Any problem? Now, since we are adopting majoritarily April to May as the accounting period, and because of the accounting period concept, you have to close the accounts 31st March, which means there is a break. You are preparing the next year accounts in a fresh book. Don't you feel there's a gap in between? So now in the cash account, if I have balance brought down 3 lakh rupees, this is there in which book? This is there in the book of 24-25. 25-26, I'm going to take a new book, fresh book. In that fresh book, this 3 lakh balance should come or not come? It has to come. How will it come? Sir, I will take one paper pencil, sir. I'll open the cash ledger, sir. I'll record balance brought down 3 lakhs, sir. Can you do that? Can you go and touch the ledger directly? I told you anything and everything should be routed through journal. So if you want in the next year cash account, 2 balance brought down 3 lakh to come. This should come only through journal entry. So now the journal entry that you pass, to carry forward the closing balance of the previous year to the opening balance of the next year. For that, transferring the balance, the entry that you pass is called as opening journal entry. So opening journal entry is that journal entry which is passed in the beginning of the next year or in the beginning of the current year. This is the first entry of that year. Opening journal entry is the first entry of the year. This entry, when you pass, what is the advantage is that whatever the balances of the asset, whatever the balances of the liability, whatever is the balance of the capital, it will get carried forward to the subsequent year. So opening journal entry helps me to transfer the balance of the previous year to the current year. Which balances? All the balance of asset, liability, and capital. It is getting transferred from previous year to the current year. So now, previous year balance sheet. Capital 3 lakh. Creditor 2 lakh. Bank loan 6 lakh. Cash 2 lakh. Asset 6 lakh. Stock 3 lakh. Total matching or not matching? Matching. This is balance sheet of previous year. Which previous year? 24-25. We are now in which financial year? 25-26. So now in 25-26, when I open the cash account, opening balance should be how much? 2 lakh rupees. How will this come? By passing the opening journal entry. When will I pass the opening journal entry? So on 1 April 25, first journal entry of that year is called opening journal entry. 1st April, when you come in the office, first thing in the morning, what will you do? You'll pass the opening journal entry. How do you pass the opening journal entry? It's very simple. All the assets take from the balance sheet of previous year. All the assets from the balance sheet of previous year. What balance does it have? Debit balance. And you want that to come on the debit side. For that, in the journal, what I should do? Debit. So now the entry that I'm going to record is cash account debit 2 lakh. Fixed asset account debit 6 lakh. Stock account debit 3 lakh. The moment I debit the asset in the current year as opening journal entry, all the ledger will start having its opening balance. So in cash account, 1-4, 2 balance brought down 2 lakh automatically will appear. In the fixed asset account, 2 balance brought down 6 lakh automatically will appear. In the stock account, 1-4, 2 balance brought down 3 lakh will automatically appear. Only because of the journal entry. Which journal entry? Opening journal entry. The opening balances of the ledger appears. We don't take a paper pencil and write it every year. No. It is a natural process which follows after the opening journal entry. Any problem? Likewise, if I want to have the opening balance in the capital account, creditor account, and liability account, for that also I have to pass what entry? Opening entry. So these three are there in which side? Liability side of the balance sheet. Having what balance? Credit balance. So to record that in the credit side of the current year, to get the credit balance in the current year, what I should do? Give a credit. So in the same journal entry, on the credit side will be 2 capital, 3 lakh, 2 creditor 2 lakh, and bank loan 6 lakh. The moment I put these three in the credit, if I open the capital ledger, credit side, by balance brought down, 3 lakh will appear. In the bank loan account, by balance brought down, 6 lakh will appear. If I open the creditors ledger, by balance brought down, 2 lakh will appear. So how does the balance brought down or the balance that is on the credit side or debit side appears in the next year? It is only because of opening journal entry. So what is the purpose of the opening journal entry? So opening journal entry is that journal entry which is passed on the first day of the financial year to record the asset, liability, and capital balance of the previous year to the current year. To get the opening balance in the current year, I have to pass the opening journal entry. So opening balance is passed for which all items? Asset item, liability items, and capital items. Any problem here? Online people, any problem here?
No, sir.
So if I come back here, types of journal entries, what all we have completed so far? So simple entry completed, compound entry completed, opening entry. Opening journal entry is the first entry passed in any financial year, which enables the enterprise to carry forward the ledger balance. Which ledger balance? Of assets, liability, and capital. From which year? From previous year to the current year. Closing entry also done. I have to give the meaning here. I'll give it. What is pending? Rectifying and adjusting is pending. Transfer entry also I've taught you what it is. Description I have to give it. Any problem in the types of journal entries? Online people, any problem in the types of journal entries?
No, sir.
No, sir.
When we came to ledger part you're clear with what is the meaning of ledger? How the ledger is prepared? If the balance brought in is coming on debit side, what it is? That ledger is having debit balance. If the balance brought in is coming credit side, credit balance. So which balance, which side it is coming, accordingly where it will go to trial balance, that part is clear? Yes. How to post the compound journal entry, that is clear? Yes. If this is clear, ledger is done. We don't have any time left. Otherwise, I would have done one question from your ICA module. Question 3. But anyways, I would like to take question 2 as homework for you. So please note it down. Question 2 is homework. So question 1, sir. That also homework. 1 and 2 homework. Easy ones. Third, you need my help. Sir, for ledger, we don't need your help, sir. I'm telling you, for third, you need my help. So when will we do this? Next class. Any doubt so far? So we are having next class somewhere next week only. Okay. Until that, you have a lot of time. In that period, what are you supposed to do? I gave you homeworks. Basis of accounting. I gave you a couple of questions of homework. In that, I think 4 questions are there. Journal chapter of TS Rival book. I gave you homeworks that you have to complete. Ledger of TS Rival book. Homework. 2 questions of ledger I gave you from ICAI SM. That is homework. Please, 1 and 2. Only illustration 1 and 2. Exercise held. This is overload. If I give exercise now, மொத்தமா முடிச்சிருவாங்க. அந்தம்மா பக்கத்துல போய் முடிச்சிட்டு இருக்கு. என்னம்மா இது பத்தாதா உனக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஏம்மா? Okay. This I want it to be ready by next class whenever we come. So till Sunday definitely no class. Monday or Tuesday we may have class. So by the time I have to finish, I want all of you to finish this part. Any problem, any difficulty in this? I think pretty much we're done. We'll wind up. So 15 minutes break. Then we're starting with the 12 CBC class. What are we starting there? Goodwill. Okay. Shallow people. Online people, can we end up?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So guys, that's all from my side for this session. I'll see you all in the next class. Until then, bye-bye. See you. Take care.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.